I think you could just about bear crawl underneath all of these.
Yeah, down the brambles to bolt through the gate. Let's do it. The only way through this monster of a hedge, I think, is by going down there.
What are we doing tomorrow, Archie?
Straight line mission.
First ever straight line mission.
Yeah. So it's an idea that we've had, new idea that we've had.
Just the idea is to travel in a perfectly straight line using GPS across an 8-kilometre distance, starting at Pines Cafe Cross, the one that burned down.
Yeah, burnt to crisps.
And we're finishing in a strawberry farm near North Petherton.
I'm pretty optimistic.
We're going to have 2 parallel lines, 10 metres apart from each other, and we're going to see who can deviate from their line by the fewest number of metres. Archie tosses a coin. Heads, he gets the upper line. Tails, he gets the lower line. Let's do it.
Heads upper line.
Archie's on upper. So let's have a look at the analysis.
I don't think it's going to make any odds, really.
Yeah, we're starting Pines Cafe hedgerow, and then we've got some woods to bash through first. It doesn't look too bad, does it?
No, I think that's perfectly doable. Get into farmers' fields.
Yeah.
This could be really easy, or it could be like if we get to the first field, and there's a farmer going up and down in his tractor, then we're kind of in trouble, aren't we?
Well.
And this is our first real obstacle.
Yeah. This is some farmhouse estate thing. Archie's on the top line. Sucker. He has to go close to the house.
The thing is here, my line goes straight through their private front garden.
Yeah. And then our first road. These roads I don't like because these hedgerows can be really thick and
high as well.
Yeah. It might have a 3 metre bank and then a 2 metre hedge. It could be massive, and it could be all full of brambles and stinging nails. A nice bit of fieldage.
We'll bring some gloves though. Cut 5 rated.
Yeah. More hedges. There's probably. I think there's a pig farm. We've got to go over.
Yeah, it does look like a pig farm. Yeah. Oh, we got pretty lucky here.
Yeah, I think I'll be able to clamber over that gate. You might have to go through that hedge a bit.
No, look, yours goes over the hedge as well.
Wow. No. Kingscliff Woods, which is actually really steep, so these are huge valleys here.
Dense woodland here.
Yeah, nice thick conifers here to bash through. It's very steep.
And then into the desert
area.
The desert.
Yeah, and then when we cross the desert, which we need to bring some water for.
Yeah. We need you do need a lot of water to go through the desert, don't you? They say that.
We get to a second major obstacle.
I have heard that you need a lot of water.
Which is this residential area here. Looks like we're going to look like 2 yobbos doing something dodgy. Looks like I'm going next to the shed and you're going next to the house.
Mine properly goes through someone's back garden.
So yeah, good luck with that. And then after that, it's just a couple of fields, couple of hedges. And then the strawberry plantation.
The grand finale.
Which could be quite difficult because these polytunnels, we don't know. I don't think they go all the way to the ground because I have briefly been there before. I think you could just about bear crawl underneath all of these.
Here we are at the start line.
Good morning, everyone. We are here. It's 7:57. We're about to start our straight line mission. We're here at the Pines Cafe Cross, as we said we were going to be. We've got a GPS on our phone. I've got my compass to help me out. Actually, heading out into his first hedge on a straight line mission. He reckons he can get through there. I think this is. He's going for it. He's got a lot of enthusiasm. He's getting there. He's using more of the climb over the top approach than to chop through it. Meanwhile, I've got this nice little tree gap here to go through, staying on my bearing. Not a problem really. Now looks like we've got some nice open woodland to go through. Archie's line looks pretty terrible. Glad he got the heads, not the tails on that one. Oh. How was the first hedge?
Hopefully that is the hardest hedge I'll have to go through all day.
Yeah, right. So it's just some leisurely open woodland now. which is quite easy to stroll through. Not even Archie's having a problem with this one. We'll just come through these last brambles and then out onto the first nice bit of road. But yeah, I've got to head through this dense mass of brambles now, which looks very, very tough. We'll just crack on into it and see how it goes. You've got to go for it with these things, haven't you? Luckily I got my cut rated 5 gloves and my double trousers and my painting hoodie, so yeah, not too bad. Stuff like this is really not nice to get through. It looks like we've got some bracken up ahead though. It should be slightly easier than this waist-high brambles to stroll through. Oh, it's even getting through my 2 layers of trousers. So we've encountered our first dog walkers. Dog walkers up ahead, so we might have to get down. I think this is the public right of way up here, so if anything we'll just look a bit weird.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
So my line actually goes up directly along this lovely bit of path here now. But Archie's line is supposed to be in that hedge there, and he's just copping out and going up my path. He wants to do a straight line mission, but I don't think he's taking it seriously. I've got to head exactly in that direction towards that birch tree there, and it looks like there's some head height dead bracken here, and there's brambles throughout, so this could be a slow basher through here. Oh, not too bad so far. Oh, I can just power through this, I think. So get in there. Oh, sometimes it's just easy. This dead bracken falls over like dead grass, like long dead grass. Archie just emerged from his bracken. Got a small segment of woodlands to go through now. Just checking on the compass to make sure I'm going the right way. Through that tree. Through the middle of this tree, looks like. This is the way to go. Obviously can't go round. Oh, tight tree this one. Oh. That was a pretty tight tree to get through. But you know me, I'm sticking to my line. Won't go over that one. Checking the compass. Looks like we're going to emerge out onto our first field, which is just through here. Dodgy fence post. Nice, and it's the open land. So that's where I came through. 10 metres up, by my calculation, should be through that massive tree. But it looks like Archie's just skirting around the edge. He claims it's 10 metres. He claims he's on his line, but I know I'm bang on mine, so you know, maybe he might have chosen the easy way out there. No, Archie probably has. See here, he's trying to get through another edge, and I'm waiting for him. He's made it. Easier than the first hedge.
Much easier.
Yeah. That dead bracken, it looks bad, but it's not. It's really not too bad. You can pretty much ignore that. Yeah, it's just the brambles that are bad. Right, let's crack on.
Oh, you go straight through there?
So I think this is you can see from my compass bearing here, I've got to go straight through here, which looks pretty difficult. I think it's probably the first obstacle that I've been like, right, I might not even be able to get through this, might have to go around.
I'm just going to try and get through this.
Hoods up approach, I reckon. Hoods up, charge in. That didn't work. So more slow and steady approach. Oh, shit. Oh my god, I think it's a hawthorn. So I kind of made it through that that first bit of hedgerow. I could crack on through there, but that looks pretty nasty, so I might have to go around. I'll give it a little try first though. Oh, this must be like a rabbit trail or something. I don't think I'm ever going to get out if I continue with this. Oh, probably got the sides of my head. It's hot, so it's not easy. But you know, when you got to stick on the line, you got to stick on the line. I think that was a bit too ambitious, which means I'm gonna have to reverse out of this one. Keep going like through there or something. You can make a hole through anything if you got steel toe cap boots on. Oh god, I hate this thorny stuff. Probably should have gone around a couple of meters to avoid this. Back out into the open now. I basically chose to come through that instead of going a few meters going around there. So I lost my compass when I was going through here, so I'm going to go all back in there again to try and find it. Nightmare. So I found my compass eventually in there. Took a while, but yeah. So we're just heading out. Archie's over there somewhere. There's definitely some dogs about. But yeah, just heading out into our fields now. Hopefully we've got a good field segment to get on with. So I'm definitely on my line now. Tiny bits left, maybe it's like here or whatever. But Archie's like at least 20 or 30 metres off in that direction. So I reckon he's made a mistake. But he should maybe come out of the hedge over there if he corrects himself. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I came out over there, and I think Archie should have come out over there, but instead he's coming out where that bush is moving over there. So I think he must have veered off quite a bit there, but we'll find out later on the old GPX. Maybe you can view it now on the screen in the corner or something.
So you can see Archie's line is the red line and mine is the yellow line, and up until this point we'd kept on our lines very quite tightly, especially considering the inaccuracies of GPS in the woods. But as you can see here, Archie did make his first major deviation of 39 metres off his line and came out of the hedge a little later than he should have done.
Waving hedge, signs of a heifer lump like Archie coming out of the hedge. There he is, Archie emerging from the hedge. Nice! He's made some downwards progress. He's landed. Now he's just got a little fence to hop over. And I lost his top 5 minute glove. Oh, Archie! How'd you lose a glove? He should have been wearing it, and therefore it shouldn't fall off his hand. We've got lovely terrain at the moment, as you can see, on this lovely lush field. But then we've got this little obstacle in the way. So I reckon we'll get through it, but it's going to be a toughie. No, I can whiz the hole through there, kick it down. There's a farmer down there, so we think we just crack on straight through the hedge. See what we can do. Hopefully they don't come up. Heads up, heads in. Just gotta make a hole, haven't you? Head for the bigger branches. If your head can fit through a hole, the rest of your body can get through it. That's the general rule. I'll have to turn the camera off for this one, it's going to be nasty. Just come up through there, it's pretty tough. I mean, it's the middle of the hedge, you can probably see up there if I hold my camera up. Nice open field land on the other side. Just got to get through this somehow now. Nice little hole there. Super convenient. Nice. Made it through that beast. Happy with that. Archie will probably emerge out there in about 20 minutes time. So it's now 9 o'clock. Archie's emerged from his hedge, as you can see. He's definitely 10 metres higher up than me, so he's gone way off his line because I'm bang on mine. And we've done 1.5k in the first hour, which is pretty good. I was hoping we'd do 1k an hour, so ahead of schedule, I'd say. As you can see, he's running back down to his line. He thinks running back to his line is going to make the deviation less, but it's not.
I reckon we need to get going.
Archie reckons the bottom might have seen us at the bottom then before we went through their hedge. So yeah, we can get going, at least get over the next hedge. So let's make sure we're on the right line, but let's jog down to the next one. So we're just reaching our first main obstacle here, which is the farm, the dreaded farm. I know my line here is slightly better than Archie's. I've got to head to those two conifer trees and then straight out the other side. So I think that's doable. There's no one about so far, but they could easily see us when we walk into the yard, but looks like Archie's going for it. So Archie thinks he's being wise by going first. He's probably right, because he might get through and I'll get caught. But let's see what he's got to do. I'm just going to head straight for that gate, I think. No point risking it this early in the game. The only real obstacle is these brambles here. They're going to look pretty obvious. Tripsing through those, so yeah, down the brambles to bolt through the gate. Let's do it. There's no one about, so this looks like the worst hedgerow of all time though. Oh god. Soft. Really soft, which is not good.
It's quite a drop.
There's a huge drop down here.
Still can't see anyone.
God. Getting a bit stuck now. Quite a drop, we made a nice slide down there. Just that we're through. Through. There's no one about. I think we're getting a bit paranoid about this.
I know.
We're not. Yeah, you could easily be told off, and then that would be. Actually, your bag's well open. Yeah, you might have lost more gloves. There. It's good. We're back onto the public road now, so we can relax. We just don't want to get caught, because then we'll get told to go round, and that'll throw us like 20 or 30 metres off our line. That's the real worry. We're not worried about, any criminal offences. We're just worried about deviating from our line by more than 10 metres. We want to get a platinum run here. Archie's been bashing through hedges and broken his zips. He's obviously got one of these school bags. Way to go with you able to do a straight line mission stuff sack with a firm outer side. Otherwise you have to bring a masking tape. Open reach just turned up, so we just missed them. And looks like I'm going just to the right of this pond, which is fine. I don't mind going just to the right of the pond. Archie, however.
And I'm not really sure I want to go through the pond.
Archie's going straight through the pond.
Where does your line go?
Straight to the right of the pond.
Oh,
Just to the right. Archie's copping out. He's going to add some metres. Archie should be wallowing in there at the moment. Archie's thinks he's found himself a nice little deer hole there. Meanwhile, I've got to go through this holly mesh. This is a mess of a holly bush. I think it's going to be a bear crawl on the lower levels. That's my technique for this one. I think I'm gonna have to go through here, which is a mixture of barbed wire, holly, trees. I might chuck my bag over first. Probably a good idea. Right, launching bag. Sounded like it. Sounded like it landed on the other side. Why not? Looks like the right path actually. Oh, that's in. Oh, it's spiky. Holly is spiky. Worse than anything else. It's the right path down here though. I think we'll get through it. Do a little roll. Get out of that fence on this side. No problem. Lots of brambles here. Oh, there's my bag. So I get feet up on the fence. Oh, the post here as well. Nice. I'm through. Actually might be through in another 20 minutes or so. Oh look, it's Archie. Nice one, Archie. Have you got your bag?
Yep.
Nice.
Went for bag launch.
Yeah, I went for bag launch too. Definitely a bag launcher hedge, that one. Alright, so we're heading towards these farm buildings here. Basically straight on up that way. So we should be skirting around them, but there's holiday homes down there. A few buildings around, so we've got to be careful that we're not going to meet any farmers or people that tell us to go through gates. But more importantly, there seems to be a big sort of ravine down here that's covered in trees, so it might be quite a bit of a foliage battle. Got into these trees and it's not too bad. Looks like it's a little orchard or something.
It's quite a lot of brambles here.
Yeah, I know, tell me about
I've got a nice tree here which minimises them, but it looks like you're going to have some fun. Are you going to go for the run and dive approach, or are you going to go for the... Alright. Legs up, trample down. Don't worry about all the little splinters. I think you should, yeah, and you should just lie down on top of them to get them all down.
Yeah, just lie down.
Just do a roll. Fall over and then get up again, and they'll be bashed down.
Oh my god, there's a huge drop.
So it looks like Archie's actually made it through eventually his bramble mania. So I'm going to crack on through mine now. It's an on top hedge, this one. Yeah. Oh, I could even deviate from my line a couple of meters and go across this bit here. That looks a lot easier. Hoods up, always hoods up. Oh, some nice blueberries here as well. Might have one of those. Oh! Didn't actually eat it because it was obviously an elder, sour one. This is like a hawthorn hedge. Don't know how soft this is going to be though. Oh god. Looks like this is going to collapse all the way through. Can't really go under. Looks too soft to go over. Anyway, through this monster of a hedge. I think it's by going down there or trampling it back like this. But it's really not easy. It looks really thick as well, like a few meters thick. Let's see if I can keep wearing it away. Don't know. So I've managed to get down into the actual hedge, and I think I should be able to just about squeeze under, but there are some wires and things, so I'm tempted to launch my bag over first. Didn't sound that hopeful. So yeah, Luckily there's a bit of a void underneath all this hawthorn. You can just squeeze through. Oh yes, and there's no more hawthorn, which is all I want, all I ask from a hedge. So my bag didn't quite make it, as you can see, but I managed to get to it now. Should be able to launch it, nice. Now I should be able to get under here. Make sure I haven't lost my compass again, yeah. Okay, pretty much out now. This bit will be easy. I was sceptical I could get through that. It's just still really dense hawthorn, and it was like maybe 3 or 4 meters thick. We heard a vehicle, seems pretty close. We're pretty much on the line, so we're in the middle of the field. Maybe we should just keep walking confidently on till we get to, I don't know. Just keep your eyes on the horizons, and just in case we have to get down. So obviously we're at another hedgerow. This one actually looks pretty formidable. This one I'm supposed to cross, but I think I'll go down because my line's like sort of diagonal with this, so I can afford to go down a tiny bit. So I'm thinking I might be able to get up here, go across there. This is a proper hedge. Looks pretty gnarly. Oh god, I'm in. Oh. Stupid glove. Oh. Nice. Oh. Just about got through that. I'd say it's not quite as hard as the hawthorn hedge, but yeah, probably the second hardest hedge to get through. That's obviously what it looked like beforehand, and now it looks like this. There's a big track through there now. Easy for Archie to come through. Joggers, eh? So you can see Kingscliff Woods over there. That's where we'll be heading to. A bit wary that people could be watching us through those windows. Let's just crack on through the hedge. Archie's got to go through there somehow, which looks horrible. Mine looks slightly easier. I think I'll go from that gap there. There's his bag. There's his body. Nice. As Archie says, here's the pig farm. Chickens actually, not pigs. Archie, I told you they're chickens. My line goes straight through this hedge here, so this is going to be, there's no way crawling underneath it. So I think it's going to have to be on top of stamping down job to get over this one. It looks like it could be a contender for the hardest hedge so far. Oh god, it's pretty deep as well. It's just a mixture of brambles and holly. How on earth do you get across this? So how do you get across this? You have to use these little tufty branches here to step on and work your way forward. I don't know how I'm going to get down the other side though, because it runs out there and then it's just brambles. So can't film it either because it's so precarious.
There's Adam on top of a hedge. Bag drop.
Committed.
You are so high up. What are you going to do? Jump down?
I'm currently standing on the little tufts, twigs that come up from this hedge, right? So it's really unstable. I don't. Oh my god, this is scary. There's just nothing to stand on. all over.
I reckon you're almost through, aren't you?
I want to sort of jump.
It looks like you can. If you're willing to take a bit of a hit when you...
Yeah, I'm going to jump it. Yes! Get in!
Done it!
That was a difficult hedge. It's 11 o'clock and we've done a third of it. So that's 3 hours to do a third. Made it over that hedge though, as you've just seen from Archie's footage, which was the most dodgy hedge so far. Probably not as hard as the hawthorn hedge, but the most dodgy. We're heading through Kingscliff Woods now, so hopefully that's a bit faster. He's got a lovely little opening up there, right on his line. Meanwhile, I've got, got the real deal here with this hedge. Look at that! Look at that! That is a formidable wall of a hedge. I think it's going to have to be another try and climb over the top job, but it looks really tricky. Hopefully these trees and stuff will give me some support. I think I'm going to go over here. So I managed to pull my way up using the branches, and it's really nice because there's this sort of tree in the middle of the hedge here, which you can get some good footings on, and hopefully be able to jump down the other side. Oh, this branch is coming down.
Don't destroy a perfectly good branch. We'll get hated on for that.
I need it to splash down the branch to stuff on it.
Look at this yobbo, just destroying the countryside.
Yeah, it's the technique.
Just for the sake of a stupid challenge. Like, oh, following a straight line, so it's alright to trample down and just destroy farmers' vegetation and hedgerows. What a yobbo.
It's always nice to have a proper little crossing. Feet are already wet, so I'm just going for it. And looks like a path on the other side as well, so not too bad. Might have to head up through there though, which looks pretty horrid. Bargain. It's only knee deep. Thought it was going to be at least waist deep, if not head height. Piddle posh. Heading up through the woods. Pretty open in here. Pretty traversable. So Archie's got the lucky line out on the field. Mine's just inside this woodland, but as you can see here, there's a path that's like less than 5 meters from my actual line. So instead of going through that, I've copped out, if you like, and gone for the path. Nice bit of easy terrain before we get back in the woods. Probably heading like that. We've just got back into the woods again. Fallen tree here. I've got to go that way, which looks like it could be horrific. Oh no, it's gonna be deep. It's gonna be a deep one. Heads up. These brambles are at least 2 meters high. And I think at some point you've got to stop trampling down, you've got to start tunneling through. It might be the best approach. See how soft and dead they are down here. This might be impossible. Oh, getting scratched left, right and centre. I'm going to try and get through there. I've just tried going through there, and it's been ridiculously slow progress. I think it's pretty much impossible, so I'm going to try and deviate by a couple of meters and go round and hope this is a bit better over here. Oh yeah, I can get through there.
I'll be damned if he's going to come out of the middle of that.
It's just all so spiky. You've got to ignore the pain, haven't you?
Yeah. Try and get over all the brambles.
Oh yeah, daylight.
So we'd now reached halfway, and as you can see, we really hadn't deviated far from our lines. This was Archie's largest deviation, of about 31 metres. We successfully navigated farm buildings without being caught. We crossed many fields, crossed roads, and of course, lots and lots of hedgerows. We came down through the valley and then into Kingscliff Woods here. We'd crossed the edge of Kingscliff Woods. We had now just entered this small woodland here, and I reached my largest deviation of 20 metres, so I was still on for a platinum run. We still had a lot to get through though. We had many more fields, dense conifer woodlands, steep valleys, more farmland, residential areas, and finally a strawberry farm to navigate through. So join us in part 2 to find out how well that goes.